Can you guess what I'm cooking today? It's everything for Katsu, but what are these buns for? That's right, we're doing a Katsu burger today. I've been meaning to make this Katsu burger recipe forever because it's so delicious. You know, the thing about Katsu dinner, you always have Katsu obviously, and we're doing a chicken Katsu, and you've always got a side dish of cabbage, but then you also have the rice, you have to have a plate, it's a whole thing. But when you have a burger version, it's just really convenient. And it's just, you know, a different flair on Katsu. So that's what I'm going to be making today. And let's go through the ingredients, and I need to get right to prepping the cabbage because that's what takes the longest. I've just got some skinless, boneless chicken thighs, which I like because of fat, a lot more flavorful. It's just ready to go, sitting out on a plate. We got the flour, we've got the egg, and panko breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs, but you got to get the panko breadcrumbs and get this brand right here. This is my favorite brand. And it's very convenient just to buy it in a package versus making your own. And we're going to be deep frying in peanut oil. I've been loving peanut oil lately, and this is 100% pure. So that's what we'll be deep frying with. Golden brown color, crispy, and it's just delicious. It doesn't impart any flavors. I just love it. And we always have cabbage with Katsu. So what I'll do is I'm going to get this prepped right away, slice it thin, and then I have to put it in an ice bath for at least 30 minutes, if not 45 to 60, because it takes away some of the muskiness. The toppings are going to be simple. The Katsu sauce. This is tonkatsu sauce. You got to have this. This is like Worcestershire, but it's a little bit thicker and it's sweeter. I'm also going to be putting some Kewpie mayo. Normally you would do a sesame seed dressing, but just to keep it a little more simple in terms of flavors, I use Kewpie instead. And then last but not least, we've got the buns. The more basic, the more normal, the less you got going on with your buns, better. If you can get Japanese white bread, that's even more desirable, I would say, but this is what they had at the store. So yeah, we're gonna go with these. I'm gonna go ahead and butter these later and then toast them. I don't really want them to be too toasted, just the insides. And there you go, really simple. The only thing that's not here is salt and pepper, but the first thing I need to do is start slicing this and get it into the ice bath right away. Gotta get the bowl, put that in there. I'm gonna start filling it up with some cold water. Plenty of ice. Get my cabbage strainer. What I do is I use a basket and I put it right into the bowl of ice water. That's what you're going for. There's water in there, there's ice in there, ice bath. This is going to be the perfect situation to soak your cabbage in so that you get rid of all the muskiness, and it's light, it's bright. And then we're gonna rinse it in this little doohickey. What do you call one of these? I forgot. Like a cabbage spinner? Lettuce spinner? What I like to do is get one of these cutting boards and get a mandolin. I'm gonna definitely put a link to this. It is the most common Japanese kitchen tool I've ever seen in any YouTube video, any, chef's kitchen. For whatever reason, this brand, everybody has it. There's even, look, 2 sizes. Most people have this, but I highly recommend the wide one because it's just easier for wider vegetables. But I have both, and it's not that much. Totally worth it. I'd say it's one of the most popular tools I've ever seen in any kitchen. I'm gonna go ahead and slice this. It's gonna make it a little easier to slice up. What I like to do is take this part off though. I don't want that part in there. I do a couple test runs first. You want this to be so thin, even thinner than this. The way you do that is you adjust this in the back here. There's these little screws. I mean, I really want it super, super, super thin. That's gonna let it, there you go, there you go. Let me do a whole bunch. Show you what's up. There you go, see? Even the stem parts get super thin. I'm actually gonna go even thinner than that. Obviously be very careful. It can be very dangerous. That is how thin you want it. This is gonna make it so that, it's just easier to eat and it's more pleasant and it's gonna be a faster soak. I'm gonna put it right in there. Now I just remembered, because I'm gonna be deep frying, I wanna get my oil station ready. I always like to deep fry outside to keep the smell from being all over the house. Peanut oil. Set it to 350 and let it warm up. Okay, time to get my chicken station going. Got my chicken over here. I've got my flour right here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get my eggs ready. What I like to do first is crack into a little bowl. This. Second one. Maybe a third one too. Always with chopsticks. Now this bowl's a little bit small, but just beat it real quick. Last but not least, hunk of breadcrumbs. Want to make sure you have enough space to cover the whole chicken thigh. And the last thing is have some kind of plate. I like to have a rack just so that it doesn't get soggy, because I'm going to go ahead and bread all these and have it ready for deep frying. So this is my breading station. Some people, they like to salt the flour. I like to put the salt directly onto the chicken thighs because I find that it's gonna cling on there. If you put it into the flour, you don't know for sure if it's gonna get onto the chicken or how much is getting on there. So this way I kind of have a good idea of how much is on the chicken thighs, and it's not a guessing game. So that's just my whole process. All right, there we go. I don't know about you guys, but I always have room temperature butter ready to go, because there's nothing worse than trying to butter your bread. You got a rock hard piece of butter. See, it's really easy to spread. And yes, I am being pretty liberal with the butter. Trust me, it's gonna make it so much better. Let me know, are you the type of person that has a stick of butter always ready to go out? We eat so much bread and we cook a lot. If you don't use butter a lot, you shouldn't have it out, but we eat butter probably every single day. I'm not a big fan of the margarine, partly because I believe it's made out of oil, and I just like the flavor of butter so much better. I'm assuming it's probably better for you too. Back in the day, there used to be a lot of, I think, bad information about butter, as long as it's part of a healthy lifestyle. It's all about having that real butter. And of course we get that Kerrygold from Costco. Okay, that is ready to toast. When it comes to toasting my buns, my favorite thing to use is some kind of flat surface, cast iron in this case. I'm just gonna get it warmed up, not too hot. I just want it ready for when I am done deep frying. So I'm gonna turn it all the way down to the lowest setting. And then this will be ready to go for when the chicken is done. So it's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cabbage out. I'm gonna strain it. Gotta get one of these. I don't even know how people strain their vegetables. They don't have one of these spinners. This is OXO. One suggestion is don't overfill your basket. Look at how much liquid comes out of this. Look at that. You don't want that to go on your katsu. I'll do the second batch. Cabbage salad for the katsu burger. Salt the chicken. As I mentioned before, just like to control how much gets on each piece. And then I do like putting a little white pepper. White pepper's a little sharper. I personally prefer it. Let's see, just put it here. Just getting a thin coating here. I'm not trying to get it really caked on. Literally, that's all I want right there. And the egg bath. we go. Let it drip off. Then right into the breadcrumbs. So really important, keep a dry hand if you can, and a wet hand to do the dirty work. Dry hand, and then the wet hand. Something I learned from my friend Matt is you really want to squish it in there like that. So you want it swimming in those breadcrumbs or in the panko. There we go. That is what you're looking for. Have your plate ready. Lay it right on. Whew! All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest, and then the oil should be done by then. All right, I'm gonna get these cooking. Judy's my sous chef today. Thank you, honey.
Yes, chef.
All right, so the oil is at 350 degrees, and I've got my chicken ready over here to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and start deep frying. Now, the trick here is you don't want to overfill your pot, even though I've got a lot of oil. It's gonna be really important for even frying. There we go, just drop them in. I'm just gonna do 2 at a time. There we go. It's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna use this spider. What I like to do is just kind of flip it over, just check on them. Looking, so far looking amazing. There we go. The thing about deep frying anything, especially meat or chicken like this, it kind of tells you when it's done because it's going to float to the top. And that's the nice thing about having something like this. Is called the Control Freak, which keeps at a really constant temperature because of the probe right here. All right, so it's got about 1.5 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get the buns going. 2 of them first, so do me and Judy's. Trick with toasting buns is you just gotta pay attention. Can't take your eyes off of it. It's on the lowest heat, and all I do is maybe every minute or so I'm just gonna turn them until they're nice and golden brown. Oh baby, look at that. That's perfect. This is a different tray, FYI. Oh. Oh, I didn't let that rest, but there you go. Katsu. Oh, baby. Look at these buns. This is what you're going for right here. Nice little crust, buttery, golden brown. Oh, I like that edge. You see that edge? When it's borderline almost burnt, but it's not. Oh, baby. Let me just give you a close-up of this katsu. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Judy to try this. This is what I do. A little bit of bulldog sauce right on the bottom. Just a little bit. Not too much, just to get it flavored. I want every bite to be delicious for her. Then you just place the katsu on there. Yes, it's bigger than the bun, and that is totally okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more tonkatsu sauce right on the katsu. And then same thing with the mayo. Just a little bit, not too much. And I'll tell you why I put the mayo on the katsu. It's gonna act like a glue for the cabbage. Right on top like that. There we go. Right on top, baby. I will put a little bit more right on the top bun. There you go, right there. Same thing with this one. This bun didn't get smashed too much. There we go. Oh, baby. There you go, katsu burger. I'm gonna taste it first because I want to make sure it's good for Judy. Katsu dinner on a bun. I'm not gonna show Judy's reaction. You have to go watch the vlog.
I love the CTA.
There you go. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you cook it. Hit me up on Instagram. Show me your guys' katsu burgers.